been sitting doing the studies on how to destroy the Khmer Rouge, and after that I put forward the win-win policies in which later we could destroy the political and military organization of the Khmer Rouge. And I also did the study of how to fight corruption. So I found that fighting corruption is even harder. The difference is that Khmer Rouge is another size. So we find the way, the tactics, the strategies to fight and destroy them. But corruption is with us, so it's harder. Therefore, I think it needs from us to be serious, to be patient, and to be decisive. Last week, the Council of Ministers make the adoptions on the judiciaries and court of law reform. Judiciary and court of law reform could be considered as one of the important elements to fight against corruption. It will not be long before we put into practice the law against corruption. But I stress that there will be difficulties, and it is not exclusive problem of Cambodia. It's the universal problem. ពេលនេះគឺថាប្រទេសកម្ពុជាបានចូលជាសមាជិកអាស៊ានមួយរយៈពេលកន្លងទៅហើយតើផលប្រយោជន៍អ្វីខ្លះដែលកម្ពុជាបានទទួលអំពីការចូលរួមនៃអង្គការតំបន់នេះ We can say that we benefit in many ways in joining this regional organization. First, one has to talk that what are the attracting points for Cambodia to join this organization. One of the most attracting points for us to join ASEAN is that the principle in the fact that safeguarding of our independence and sovereignties with a recent neighboring countries. You see, one of the important principles of ASEAN is non-interference into the internal affairs of each others. So when we join ASEAN, we expect that there will be no interference from other countries like before we join ASEAN. The second is the spirit of communities, which is very important for a small country like Cambodia. We say that there is equal footing and equal right as a partnership. The way of working of ASEAN is a consensus. So whether it's a big or small country, rich or small, rich or poor country, we have the right to make the decision in the benefit of our region. The third point is that the all ASEAN countries, they are more developed than ASEAN than us. So when we join ASEAN, we are expecting to profit from the transfer of technologies, from trading, and which are that help us to integrate into the region. You see, we have profit already from the training of human resource, from the transfers of technologies from ASEAN partners, which are all ASEAN countries. And the last point, which is also important for Cambodia, which is a point of attraction, is that ASEAN is the diplomatic exit for Cambodia. You may be well aware that ASEAN has many partners in the region and outside the region. So when we join ASEAN, we also enjoy this opportunity. That is open the gate for Cambodia to the outside world. There are two forums. One is the World Trade Organization. If Cambodia is not members of ASEAN, until now we could not be members of WTO. The second forum is the ASEAN Europe Forum, which is called ASEM. If Cambodia is not member of ASEAN, until now we could not be member of ASEM. So the question you pose about the benefit of Cambodia joining ASEAN is all the 4 points I mentioned.
It must also be easier as ASEAN member to balance relations between the two big countries on each side of Cambodia, Vietnam and Thailand.
This is the first point I mentioned. You see, when we are members of ASEAN, it's easier for us to solve all the problems with neighboring countries. You see, when we are members of ASEAN, everything seems to be easier than before, including solving the border problem with the two main neighbors.
Mr. Prime Minister, how do you see Cambodia 10 years from now?
You see, for the next 10 years, I think that what we need, first of all, is to strengthen ourselves so that we can hold firm our own destiny. I mean that we can reduce our dependence from on outside independence on the field of social and economic development. I think now we still much depends on assistance and loan. The next 10 years we still need on assistance and loan, but the amount would be much reduced because of our own effort. You see, the rate of poverty would be reduced, and the other problem like illiteracies and others would be much improved. Let's say that on irrigation, we can say that the next 10 years, our country would be most irrigated land. That is all our expectation, and we are working hard toward that goal.
You have been called a political survivor because of your years in politics, because you have been able to survive many political battles. To what do you attribute your resilience?
This could be described in two ways. First is about die or survive. In a way, it could be a bit suspicious. You see, in a way, I could describe that as soldiers who has been engaged in 105 battles, who has got won 5 times, and then I could get rid from many assassinations. So in a suspicious way, I think that because of the influence or the spirit of Buddha, or maybe because of some sacred things of the world that safeguard my life. Sometimes I even question myself, how could I survive until now, based on the fact that I have been undergoing many difficult times over 30 years. You see, if you are a bit suspicious, and then you believe on some abstract things, you seem to believe that each person have some spirit to safeguard you. Science cannot explain it, but to me there is some unique things that happen with me. Something to be happen in the next 2 or 3 days. Sometimes you know that the thing that happened during your dream, 2 or 3 days before that. I do not know about the other people, but for me this happened. And therefore, I believe that there is some spirit that always take care of me, safeguarding me. You see, maybe it's not the real answer to your question, but it's related to the death and life of my life, based on the fact that I have been undergoing many experiences. Now I turn to the normal answers, the reason why I could survive. To date, I've been 26 years in powers. As a foreign ministers, deputy prime ministers, and foreign ministers, and prime ministers. Just being the prime ministers alone, I've been in this position for 20 years. One can ask why I could be so long in power. My response is that it's the people. We, the people support, you can be in power. Without people support, you will not be in power. Not to talk that you hold power by election or not by election. Without people support, you cannot be there. So I can say that the people is my firm foundation to be in this position. You see, my future is also completely depends on the people. Therefore, I'm always thinking of what should I do for my people. Because if you do for the people, in return, people will support you.
Well, we've heard from you the spiritual reason for your resilience and the political reason. Could golf also have a role in how you've survived all your problems and all your difficult situations?
Golf is a new game, a new sport for me, in which I took it just 5 years ago. Before, I did not even know what is golf. You see, but I used to be a sportsman. I used to play football. I used to play volleyball. So when I just turn from one sport to another, it's not hard for me to start. You see, when I was very occupied with the works, especially from the year 1988 until the year 2000, for the peace talk, I did not have time to play a sport at all. And when I do not have time to play sport, then I also get often ill. You see, because of too much work, then during that time I have to take a drip But when I start golf, I stop taking the grip, and I feel my leg, my hand feel strong. But later I can master it. If it's not so good, but at least I can play with my friend.